What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Joel Culpepper Outdoors. I'm Joel Culpepper, and today we're going to hop right back on to the arrow talk. Yes, I'm back in the store today. Was not supposed to be here, but I needed to get something up soon. Hurricane Debbie came through yesterday, so I was not able to go to the archery shop. Plans are to go tomorrow, and hopefully be able to get a video out to you guys next week about my thoughts on the Elite Exalt 35, and maybe even have a surprise or two in store. Who knows? So before we hop into the arrows, I just want to point something out. I don't think you'll be able to see this. Yeah, there's no chance that you'll be able to see this, I don't think, but I'm having a little bit of serving separation on the Threads bowstring. So when I bought this bow, obviously it was used because this is a V331. It's a few years old, but anyways, the strings have been on here since I believe March, and we had to replace the serving before I originally bought the bow. It was the factory serving. It had just started slipping, and now this one is slipping as well, so it's gonna have to get replaced tomorrow when I go back to the bow shop. So not real happy about that, but any of you guys that have run Threads in the past, let me know if you've had this problem, or maybe I just got a bad string, and let me know what strings you've seen that hold up the best as far as the serving goes, because every bow I've shot, I've had problems with the serving, and it's probably partially due to my draw length, and on these Matthews it's probably also partially due to my draw weight, being at that 75-pound mark instead of the traditional 65-70 that most guys shoot, which that shouldn't make a big difference, but it could. I don't know. So exciting season coming up, hopefully for you guys. I know I'm excited for it. Really hoping to get after a nice whitetail buck. Ready to, always enjoy shooting does, but definitely ready to get after the bucks. One more thing before we get into the arrows. This is BCY 24 loop material, and you can see it's starting to fray a little bit here, so this loop is going to have to be replaced soon. Once they start fraying, I go ahead and replace them. But let me know if there's any other material that you've seen that is a little bit more durable. I've tried the Gibbs super loop material before. It's just not as good for the handheld releases like I shoot, because it's very stiff. So I don't really want to run that, but if that's really the only option I have, then that's what I will do. Anyways, going into our arrow builds today, reminder to keep the comments on these videos positive, and before you leave a comment, please watch the video all the way through. On the Ultraview Arrows video, I got the impression that some of the people commenting did not watch the whole video, because they were bringing up points and in a way that it seemed like I hadn't said it when I had said it in the video. So just watch the video to the end before you drop a comment, just so you don't say something that I'm going to say later and think I wasn't going to touch on that. So anyways, for this season, we are for sure going to have the Matthews V331 in hand. Really like this bow. It's a good shooter for me. 75 pounds, 29.5 inches, 85% let off. Possibly at some point I would like to get my hands on some 80% mods, but that's all dependent on what I'm able to find. For arrows this season, with this bow, we've got two options, but one that I'll definitely shoot, and if I get to take a deer or two with this first one, then we'll move on to the second and see if there's any difference in performance. So this is the Easton Sonic 60 300 spine. Total arrow weight with a lighted nock is about 410 grains. It's not super heavy. but I get plenty of speed, and I deliver a lot of energy with these due to my draw length and draw weight. So I do actually, I'm running a 3 fletch with blazer vanes on here right now. I could do a 2 blue, 1 white, 2 white, 1 blue, or I could even do a red, white, and blue. That would be interesting, but this is arrow number 1 that I want to use. If I get to take a deer with that early enough, I will resight my bow in for the Victory Rips. These are also a 300 spine, and you can see this is red and white blazers. This one was done in the Arizona Mini Max jig, so it is a left helical. I will probably do mostly straight fletch from here on out. But this one, we've actually got a match grade field point in here, 60 grain stainless steel insert on the front. So this one is closer to 450 with a lighted knock in it. So a little bit of difference in the total arrow weight. I believe the GPI is the same. The biggest difference is going to be this 60 grain stainless insert, really boosting the FOC on this arrow. So this would definitely be a cool one to use later. And this is also a 5mm. So I'm expecting the penetration on this arrow to be better, but not so much that you could not take a deer with these Sonic 6.0s. Now, if I am able to get my hands on a second hunting bow this year, not my project bow, but my hunting bow, then depending on what poundage it's at, if I have it set at 70, we are definitely shooting the Gold Tip Hunter XTs. This one right here has X vanes on it. I have another one with Max Stealths 2.6s. X vanes are 3-inch. Let me get it out here. Max Stealths. This one is done with the Arizona Mini Max left helical. So that's what I'm going to be running this year. Shot placement is 100% the most important thing. I am going to be running G5 dead meats for the first part of the season, and as we get later on, if I run out or get shoot a couple of deer and want to get something different in my quiver, I want to try some Grim Reapers. And later on in the season, I may even get some QAD Exodus broadheads as well. There's a lot of broadheads out there I really want to test. I want to test some Slick Tricks, the dead meats, of course, Grim Reapers. I've seen so many good things about the Grim Reapers. And actually, one of my subscribers, he comments on pretty much every one of my videos, and I check out all of his videos. Southern Draw TN for Tennessee. That dude is awesome, and he has been doing some broadhead testing videos, and the Grim Reaper seems to be, out of all of the more standard broadheads he's tested, the Grim Reaper seems to be the big contender for the best in class or in price. So that's part of the reason I want to run that. Also, my bow shop guy runs Grim Reapers on the Sonic 6.0s at a 65-pound draw weight at 29 inches, and he said he has never shot a deer that he has not passed through. But he's also very picky about his shot, which is why I say shot placement is most important. You can have an incredibly heavy arrow and still not get a complete pass through if your shot placement is not good. Benefits to light arrows, benefits to heavy arrows. But in my opinion, in all reality, if all you're cutting through is soft tissue, you don't hit any rib, you don't hit the shoulder, you're going to pass through with just about anything and get a really good hole with a mechanical or a fix, just depending on what you're shooting. I don't put too much stock into the heavy arrow setup personally. That's my opinion. You can see, actually the heaviest arrow I've ever run is the Victory Rip. Like I said, that one's about 450 with a lighted knock in a 300 spine. So do with that what you will. I don't see the heavy arrows being extremely important unless you don't practice like you need to. Of course, if I was never going to shoot past 20 yards at a deer, I don't think there would be an issue with hunting with a like a stock FMJ. I don't see the point in putting a bunch of money into the components for my arrows. If I'm trying to make them heavier, just because you build a lot more expensive arrow that will not fly any further or any straighter than anything else. Someone said that speed equals forgiveness, which is 100% true, because if you're guessing yardage and you're off a little bit, you are going to be slightly better off with a lighter arrow setup. Will light arrows group more accurately than heavy arrows? I don't see that being a true thing. I see that being more of a claim than an actual real statement. But like I said, I've never gone over 450 for myself. Maybe if I was making a different type of hunting setup, I probably would. But anyways, comment below what vanes you think I should run on the Sonic 6.0s. Right now I've got most of them set with blazers, but I've got some with the 3-inch X vanes as well. I've got the Max Stealths. I can do blazers, like I said. I've got blue, white, and red, so I can do an American flag theme on my arrows, you know, with a red, a white, and a blue. If you guys would be interested in that. If not, that's fine too. Doesn't matter. Just let me know in the comments. And as we get later in the season, I'll definitely be keeping you updated on what's going on. And if I am able to put enough deer down with my current arrow setups, then I will be open to experimenting with new things. So just think about if there's one that you want to see me test, let me know. And I'll also ask if you have any recommendations on how I can film my hunts with my phone, because that's what I do all of my filming for YouTube on. We did have a little camera when we went to Powerhouse, me and Ben, but I don't have that. It's not mine. So if you got any recommendations on filming with the phone, I would greatly appreciate it. And with all that being said, like I said, keep the comments positive, and as always, stay safe, stay in the outdoors. God bless you, and I will catch you on the next one.